You're listening to the Not Busy podcast, where we show you how to do life and business confident, focused, and with a plan so that you can make more money, have more free time, and less stress. Your host, Wayne Weathersby, will uncover actionable hacks, strategies, tips, and insights you can use today to live a better, more productive life. It's time to boost your mindset, confidence, and your attitude. Here's your host, Coach Wayne.
Hey friends, welcome back to the Productive Not Busy podcast. I'm Wayne Weathersby, your host, and today we're diving headfirst into what I call the discomfort zone. And I'm just going to warn you up front, this episode might sting just a little. But if it does, that's probably a good thing. That means you're ready. See, we live in a world where everyone says they want to get better, make more money, lose more weight, find more peace, build their business. But most folks want to do this without getting uncomfortable. They want to get that six-pack, but they don't want to put down the dessert. They want to lead a top-producing team, but they don't want to make the hard calls or wake up early. They want a life that they've never had while doing exactly what they've always done. It's like saying you want to climb Mount Everest, but you never take the first step. So now, when I wrote the Discomfort Zone book, I did it because I kept seeing a pattern. And in business, in real estate, in leadership, and in life, people hit a wall. And instead of asking, how do I climb this thing, they start pointing fingers. Oh, it's the economy, or the market's saturated, or leadership doesn't support me, or my algorithm's not working. I've even heard people blame the weather. Meanwhile, there's someone else in the organization sitting in the same office, in the same building, same economy, and same rainstorm, and they're doubling and tripling their production and working fewer hours while they're doing it. So what gives? Are they smarter? Are they luckier? Were they born under a good sign? Right? No, they're just comfortable being uncomfortable. So let's unpack that. Here's what most people misunderstand about success. It's not about doing more. It's about doing what matters long enough to get good at it. See, top performers don't have some secret information or some magical time-blocking calendar. They just train their brains to run towards discomfort, not away from it. And when the average person says this feels hard, they usually stop. And when a top performer says this feels hard, they lean into it, because they know that's where the growth is hiding. It's like going to the gym. If the weights feel too light, you're not building anything. You're just moving your arms around and pretending it's progress. It's the burn and the shake and the sweat. That's the signal. That's your body saying, hey, we're about to level up. And life works the same way. If everything feels comfortable, you're not growing. You're coasting. And here's the wild thing. Most of the time, it's the people that you admire. They're the ones that are crushing it. They aren't grinding 80 hours a week. They just mastered leverage and focus, and they're working on the right things. Meanwhile, people are too busy to grow. Those people are doing 10 things halfway instead of 3 things really good. They're mistaking motion for progress. It's like running on a treadmill and bragging that you made it to the other side of the county. I don't want to break it to you, but if you've never left the room, you ain't going anywhere. So that brings me to mindset. Let's talk about that, because this is where the real discomfort happens. When something goes wrong, business slows down and deals fall through, the scale doesn't move, most people go straight to blaming outside forces. It's easier, it's cleaner, and it feels better on the ego. But here's the truth. If you blame outside circumstances, you just handed over the power. I don't know about you, but I'm not giving my power to the economy. The economy doesn't care about my goals. This is where you got to take ownership, and I mean radical ownership. Something's not working, you own it. Study it, fix it, and that's how you earn your results. Because here's the kicker. Top performers have the same excuses available to them. They just don't use them. They've got the same weather, the same boss, the same clients, the same 24 hours in a day. But while everyone else is scrolling on TikTok and sulking, they're adapting and pivoting and trying something new. And the reason they work fewer hours? Because they stopped wasting time doing things that don't matter. If you want freedom, earn it through focus. If you want confidence, build it through consistency and failure. You want peace? Then you buy it with effort. And I know that's not a sexy answer that everybody wanted, but it's the only one that works. So let me tell you a story from my music days. When I was out on the road with my band in the late 80s and 90s, I thought success was going to feel amazing. The tour buses, guitars, fans, all the good stuff. But the truth is, 90% of it was a grind. It was long nights, no sleep, broken down vans, and gigs in smoky bars where the sound system barely worked. But that grind and those uncomfortable nights, that's what made us great. That made me who I am. Because the discomfort wasn't punishment, it was preparation. And that's what I want you to remember. The discomfort zone isn't a punishment. It's the training ground for your next level. So if you're sitting there right now thinking, man, I'm tired, I'm stuck. I feel like I'm working harder than I've ever worked and I'm getting nowhere. Go ahead and ask yourself, are you avoiding discomfort or are you using it? Because growth doesn't happen in your comfort zone. It happens when you step just far enough outside that it makes your stomach kind of flip a little. That's where you're going to find courage. That's where you're going to find clarity. And that's where you're going to find you. So today I'm going to challenge you. Pick one area of your life or your business and lean into the discomfort. Make the hard call. Have the tough conversation. And take the next step before you're ready. The secret to success is more comfort. It's leaning and learning to live powerfully inside the discomfort zone. All right, so that's for today's episode. If you enjoyed this and you want to go deeper, I can get you a copy of my book, The Discomfort Zone. It's not about motivation, it's about mastery. Because remember, you're not stuck, you're just comfortable. And the comfort is the enemy of growth. Hope you guys have a great day. Be safe, take care, sell a bunch, and find somebody and say something nice to them.
You've been listening to Podcast. Please subscribe notification of new episodes button and visit us on social media, Instagram or TikTok for bonus content.